1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this beautiful Tuesday morning. And Robin, I have a feeling the next interview is going to be, definitely going to be necessary in the next interview. Elise Minton is on the phone. She's the executive beauty editor for New Beauty magazine and featured on Extra as well as NBC, I guess somewhere on the network. She's going to talk to us, and I'll be probably all ears here. The best of the best makeup, hair, and skincare products for 2014, voted on by readers, experts, and editors of New Beauty magazine. Elise Minton. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning.
And where are you right now?
I'm in South Florida.
Oh, are you? Okay, you're not too far away then. We're kind of in the middle of the state. And does this is probably going to be the only question I ask. Does geography play a role in the types of makeup that a woman would buy?
Some women do have influences based on where they live. I mean, down in Florida, it doesn't get too hot, so a lot of women are going to be buying products that work with their skin based off the temperatures and the seasons here. But up north and in other colder places, they tend to see some changes when the weather drops and it gets really cold, that there could be like a spike in sales of moisturizers or really heavy creams. So that does play into it to some degree, yeah.
Robin, do you base your makeup choices on the temperature?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, I do, because I know when it's really hot, and I know if I don't get something waterproof, it's just going to run all over my face. So I shouldn't put it on anyway.
And the women who responded to the survey that you put out on the magazine, was that part of what they would answer or no?
I mean, they really answer based off of what they feel a product delivers. Some people may have certain influences as to why they like it, say if it's a geographical location or something to do with the weather or if it's a waterproof formula or whatnot. But for the most part, the products that were awarded as winners and voted on by the readers were given those titles based off of the solutions that the product provides.
Do do women in general use the base makeup and the powder in their day-to-day life, or do they just reserve that now just for when they go out at night?
I think it depends on what somebody is looking to conceal. If somebody has pretty clear skin and doesn't need a lot of coverage, they're probably going to pass on the foundation and powder combination, and they might just do a lightweight foundation or something even lighter like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer or even just the powder itself. But if they have a lot of coverage that they're looking for, then they're going to be more inclined to go with something that's a little bit thicker or heavier, like a heavy foundation or a full coverage foundation. And then you're going to want to set it with a powder so that it stays in place all day.
And were you surprised at some of the results of the survey because of the female's age? Did you ask that question before they answered the survey?
We kind of kept it open so that it wasn't going to be pinpointed into specific age. But we were surprised with some of the products that won this year. I mean, they're all great products and they all really work. But it's just interesting to see for different categories what wins and the price points and, things that are available at the drugstore versus the department store versus the doctor's office, and just to see the whole gamut of what fits into where. It's really interesting.
Really? This probably doesn't fit exactly into what you're talking about, but when I'm at the grocery store and I see one of those tabloid magazines that says, "See the stars without their makeup," and then I look at these beautiful actresses without their makeup, I go, "Are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me they're not pretty?" They are just as pretty without their makeup.
They're women just like us, right?
What is wrong with these magazines trying to make you at the checkout line think, "Oh, how horrible"? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding? Madonna looks great without makeup. And she's got to be 60 or so, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
She's up there, yeah.
She doesn't look bad.
Amazing.
Yes, Cher. I mean, she's getting up there.
Yeah.
She might look better with makeup. I'm not sure.
What was some of the criteria when you had the questionnaires?
Well, we're looking for information that is vetted by the industry experts and readers, as well as New Beauty editors, because the thing that we try and get across in the Beauty Choice Awards is that there's so many products and innovations that are introduced to the industry each year. And it can be really overwhelming to know what works. And when it comes to beauty products, we all only want the best of the best. So we had our readers, experts, and editors vote on the products, and then we tallied the results and were able to compile a list of the winners that really proved to be the best at what they do. So we're taking some of the guesswork out for you when it comes to finding that perfect product that hones in on a specific problem.
Does pH make a difference? Does a woman? I don't know if you ladies ever thought about this, but we think about the health part of this too, right? You're putting something on your skin that's going to be there all day long. Mm-hmm. So you want is that pH balance? Is that considered when ladies pick out their makeup?
Good question.
It has a lot to do with the health of your skin, and certain products can actually throw the pH of your skin off balance and cause a whole slew of adverse reactions, redness and irritation and dryness and breakouts and whatnot. So it does, and a lot of women are conscious of what type of products can that work with their pH and which ones can cause your skin to be too acidic or too alkaline. And products that are free of sulfates and surfactants, which are in a lot of cleansers and shampoos, those are good products to look for if you're concerned about or that your pH is easily changed from using something that's too foamy or too sudsy, because the cleansers are a big one. That really can change your pH.
Does the makeup choices of a lady of color, does she have a different... how do I even ask this question? I mean, I'm sure every lady knows what she needs, so it's probably a dumb question, but I'm a guy, so what do I know?
It's not a dumb
but
question.
It just seems like you'd have to, like a palette of colors, you'd have to have a choice, right?
You have to have a choice when it comes to colors. And the other thing is that throughout the year, the skin tone can kind of change as well. The more sun that you are exposed to, the more dark spots that can arise. The more shade that you're in, the less sun that you're in, the lighter the skin can become. So a lot of us have to have multiple different makeups for different times of the year, and it becomes like this whole mixing and matching quest that you're on, trying to find the right shade for your skin. But that's where, New Beauty comes in, because we offer up a lot of information to readers on how they can go about finding the right colors and the right tones and the right formulations based off their skin tone and their skin type and what their problems are that they're facing at the moment.
Is the look of wearing makeup in now, or is it still natural?
It goes both ways. There's a big trend right now for what's called this no makeup look, which, funny enough, actually requires a lot of makeup
Yeah.
to create that look. So, it's all about being very, like a clean look and almost monotone, so that you look like you have no makeup on, but you technically do. Then on the flip side, there's still this huge trend of color, and it's really big for summer right now, where these pops of bright color, lots of bright pink and bright orange, and keeping the rest of the face pretty neutral, but really calling attention to either the lips or the cheeks. So it's all about personal preference and what you like. If you're somebody who wants color, go for it. Just find the right shade for you and find something that you feel comfortable wearing. And if you like something that's more natural, that's always a look that, doesn't go out of style as well.
Elise Minton is our guest, and Elise, we're up against the clock, and I know our listeners probably want to know more. So is there a website that you can send them to?
Absolutely. They can check us out at newbeauty.com or pick up the Spring-Summer 2014 issue, which is on newsstands right now.
Oh, that's most excellent, because that's really something that people get confused on. They need to have a go-to guide, and this New Beauty magazine is perfect.
We are the beauty authority, and we are all about beauty, so we're definitely the place to turn when you have any type of beauty questions.
I bet it smells good where you work, too.
Yeah.
It does. I'm not going to complain.
No sweaty bodies there.
Miami? You're in Miami? Is that what you said?
We're actually in Boca Raton.
Boca Raton. Well, that's a beautiful area. Well, Elise, thank you so much for being on the air with us. Good luck with everything you do, and thank you for sharing your information with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
On the next Voice of Ocala is Trivianator Tuesday with Tom. It's your chance to go up against me, the Trivianator, to win fantastic prizes from Mojo's Grill and Catering Company, Ocala's Golf Club, and the historic Marion Theater. Plus, it's around the water cooler. Tom James, myself, Buddy Martin, and Austin will talk about the hot topics in sports. I bet the NBA playoffs might get a mention. All that and more on the next Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're streaming live at WOCA.com. The Source.